Hi, and welcome back to Spoiler Corner with Harrison, the Booze and Buffy companion show, in which I will be talking about all the foreshadowing and spoilery things that I can't talk about in a regular episode because we are a spoiler-free podcast. I am the titular Harrison, and this week I'm going to be talking about Season 2, Episode 6, Halloween. This is such a great episode, so much fun. We get to see all of our characters take on slightly different roles than we're used to, and it's a blast. Incidentally, this is when I met my husband. This was the episode that I tried to use to get him into Buffy. Wasn't his thing. It took several more years before I finally convinced him to sit down with me and watch the whole show, as we've discussed over on the main podcast. We're currently in Season 6, so that's a lot of fun. A lot of very dark fun. So this episode has a lot going on foreshadowing wise. We get another little piece in the relationship between Willow and Oz. They still haven't met officially yet, but they are definitely getting closer. That's going to be a really fun, really cute relationship to explore. I really like how they pull Willow and Oz together right as the show is pulling Angel and Buffy apart, with Angel losing his soul. It's just a little bit of a lightheartedness and happiness in a really dark time for our heroes' lives. Another big thing that happens in this episode that's going to have ramifications throughout the rest of the series is Xander becoming a soldier, and that's going to be something he's going to use those skills that he learned in this episode, most notably in the upcoming episode Innocence, as well as Graduation Day. So that's really, really fun. Gives Xander a little more to do, a little more use to the team. This episode also introduces Ethan Rayne for the first time, who's going to be coming around to bother our heroes, most specifically Giles, periodically. And this episode introduces the concept of Ripper, which was Giles' nickname when he was a teenager, young adult, and quite the young hellion. That's going to become a big deal in the upcoming episode, The Dark Age. So I'm excited to talk about that. I love this little wrinkle into Giles. We don't really know a lot about Giles' past, so it is nice to see that we get those little hints that he wasn't always as prim and proper as we see him now. This episode also introduces Larry, who's going to be a recurring student character throughout the rest of the season and into Season 3. This was something I really had to bite my tongue on during our regular episode, in which Tyler kind of pegged him right away as maybe gay, which in I think it's his next appearance in Phases, we will learn that Larry is in fact Larry's gay and closeted. So that was kind of fun. Accidental prediction out of Tyler for this week. I'm excited to get to Faces where I can congratulate him on that. We get a slight hint at the Cordelia and Xander relationship in this episode. Xander is looking quite fit in his tank top, and Cordelia definitely notices. So that's going to come up in What's My Line? Oh gosh, I can't remember if it's part 1 or part 2. I think it's the end of part 1 or maybe the very beginning of part 2. But that's going to be a major storyline as well for the rest of the season and midway through next season. We also get a great line that is I think, once again, accidental foreshadowing out of Willow, where she assures Buffy that Angel would never fall for someone like Cordelia. Of course, he will, after Cordelia goes through a lot of character development over on Angel, most particularly in Season 3. So I'm going to just go ahead and put this out there. I feel like this is maybe a bit of a controversial opinion, or I know it's a controversial opinion, but I actually tend to prefer the Angel-Cordelia relationship to the Angel and Buffy relationship. I love the drama and the passion and the chemistry between Angel and Buffy. I do think they love each other, but it is such an unhealthy dynamic for them both to be in. I think Angel and Cordelia's relationship comes together from a place that starts in friendship, which I really, really like. I think there's a maturity in that relationship that the Buffy and Angel relationship lacks, especially at this stage. Now, I have lots of opinions on how the writers handled that relationship, but that is a discussion for another time. So that's all I've got for you for Halloween. Join us next week. We're going to be talking about Lie to Me, which is such a good episode. I'm really excited for it. Until then, go slay and be gay. Bye.